No casualties are reported after Iran launched missile attacks on a U.S. military base in Qatar. Iran said the attack matched the number of bombs dropped by the United States on its 3 nuclear sites over the weekend.
A base housing U.S. troops in western Iraq was also targeted Monday, but Iran has not claimed credit for that attack. The president is back in the Situation Room today. Monica Alba has the latest from Washington.
Iran's retaliation is underway. Iranian armed forces saying it targeted the Al Udeid air base in Qatar after the U.S. bombed 3 nuclear facilities over the weekend. U.S. officials say they had been notified of threats against U.S. forces on bases in Bahrain as well as other countries in the Middle East. President Trump meeting with his national security team in the Situation Room this afternoon. A senior administration official confirms the White House made a last-minute effort to avoid those weekend strikes. President Trump offered to send Vice President Vance and Special Envoy Steve Witkoff to Turkey for talks. He was even willing to go himself. But Iran's supreme leader could not be reached to authorize a meeting, and the talks never happened. After Saturday's attack, the president had warned Iran about any retaliation.
Iran, the bully of the Middle East, must now make peace. If they do not, future attacks will be far greater and a lot easier.
2 officials telling NBC News that before the weekend attacks, Iran had warned the president if the U.S. conducted airstrikes on Iran, it could potentially activate sleeper cells it claims to have in this country.
We do have to take seriously the threat that Iran has placed inside the United States, teams of people who could go after soft targets.
Today, we're getting a look at those targets in Iran. Isfahan Technology Center taking a direct hit. And Natanz, a crater remains where a bomb fell. But it's difficult to determine damage at the Fordo facility, buried deep underground. And it's unclear where Iran stored its enriched uranium and if it was hit, though the administration is confident it was.
We have a high degree of confidence that where those strikes took place is where Iran's enriched uranium was stored.
Iran turning to Russia for aid. The country's foreign minister meeting with Russian President Putin and saying Iran will coordinate its response with Russia. Monica Alba, NBC News, the White House.